How you guys doing? Back with another story. There was a story that took place from 2019 to 2020 about a man named Ahmad Levon, 24 years old. Women say that he was pleasuring himself out in public, doing some inappropriate things to himself in front of them. And I'm going to read a little bit about the story in a minute, but I want to give you guys my take on this story. This was a 24-year-old man doing these indecent acts in front of women out in public. Now, my question is, the dude kind of reminded me of a model. My question is, was he dealing with loneliness? My question was, he dealing with being ostracized from the dating scene? What was going on in this young man's life to make him do that? I believe you got some, I know for a fact there are just some sick perverts out here. And I cannot excuse these heinous acts. I cannot excuse this at all. Uh, but I truly believe this man had to be deprived. He had to be one of those men that's not getting any attention from the opposite sex. Um, but even, I'm not excusing his behavior. Even if you're not getting attention from the opposite sex, that doesn't mean that you do something like this. That doesn't mean that you start pleasuring yourself, behind trees looking at women out in public. You don't behave this way. I understand there are some very attractive women out there. There are women out there that will, you know, they will drive you crazy. I understand that. Very attractive women. There are some women out there that will make you, ooze your pants. But you have to have some kind of self control. You don't start pleasuring yourself out in public in front of women. This dude was just totally out of line. 24 years old doing this kind of stuff. I truly believe this man was sex deprived. This is why I say the government needs to legalize brothels in all 50 states. That will help guys who are lonely, who are deprived out. That is the answer. I truly believe that is the answer. I'm going to read a little bit about this incident. Accused serial public masturbator in court on separate charges as accuser's frustration grows. Ahmad Levon, 24, appeared on charges of failure to appear and lying to a law enforcement officer. His indecent exposure charges were not mentioned. Phoenix, for the second time in less than a week, Ahmad Levon, 24, went before a judge, but neither judge mentioned the charges of indecent exposure he faces. There are 6 such charges dating back to February of 2019. In each case, Levon is accused of exposing and playing with himself in front of women. Wow. I truly believe this man was truly sex deprived. It's just, this is a wild case. But you have a lot of cases like this. This world is so crazy that nothing surprises me anymore. People are truly off their rocker. People have truly lost their mind. Inflation is through the roof. You got some people that's just living bad lives. People dealing with a lot nowadays. But just because you're dealing with a lot and just because life may be bad, that doesn't mean you start pleasuring yourself out in public. And I believe I stated this before. I believe 90% of people nowadays are pretending to be happy. I know it may seem like I'm in good spirits when I get on this camera. It may seem like all is well, but this is just this is just a facade. And a lot of people are putting on a facade. A lot of people are pretending to be in a place of serenity. But a lot of people are truly miserable and a lot of people are dealing with a lot. But you know how it is as a man. As a man, you got to pretend that all is well when it's not. Because as a man, nobody cares about what you're going through. I used to tell Nick that, why you going out in public telling people you a piece of ass, nobody cares. Nobody cares what you're dealing with as a man. But I feel regardless of what you're dealing with in life, you don't go out in public and do nothing like this. You don't expose yourself in front of women and pleasure yourself in front of women. It's a mystery that this guy's not locked up. It's truly a mystery that he's not locked up. Um, and I'm going to read a little bit more of what it says about this incident. Let me see if it says anything more about this incident. Um, I believe that's about it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all it says about this incident here. But this is just a sad case, and I truly believe that this man was deprived. I believe he's a man that was deprived. He's a man that's not getting his needs met, and this is why it's very important for men to have their needs met. And this is why I say, like they always say, men need intimacy. Men need sex. Let's just be real. They need it. Anybody who say that a man doesn't need sex, anybody who says that a man should just learn to control himself, they're just talking foolishness. But I'm not excusing this behavior. You don't do nothing like this. This is why I feel that if they had brothels in all 50 states, that would eliminate issues like this. You won't have dudes losing their mind because you got a lot of nutcases out there. And you got some dudes that think this type of behavior is acceptable. This guy deserves to be put behind bars, and that's why I say living a life of loneliness, living a life of solitude, being rejected all your life by women, that is no excuse for this kind of behavior. Just because you've been rejected your whole life and been treated like crap by women, that don't mean you start pleasuring yourself out in public in front of them. That's why I say I'm not excusing this bad behavior. This dude needs to be locked up. Because once you get these type of charges on your record, it can haunt you for the rest of your life, and it can really hinder you, for the future. This guy's only 24 years old. He's already making a bad rap for himself very early. Um, that's why I say this world is just crazy. This world is crazy. You got a lot of people that got a lot of craziness going on in their heads. Um, just because a person looks normal, that don't mean they are normal. You got a lot of nut jobs out here, and that's why you got to be careful too when dealing with people because people may seem normal, they may seem like they're sane, but they're really insane. So you have to be careful out here dealing with these characters. Um, this is just a wild case, but I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet money. This guy is living a life of solitude. I'm willing to bet money he's not a man that women desire, and he's one of them dudes that's not getting any play. And it's unfortunate that this man is pleasuring himself out in public in front of women. You know, he lucky he didn't get killed. And I believe one of the women that he was doing this in front of, they say one of the women were married. One of these women was married. See, what if her husband would have been a crazy psycho and just came out there and just beat him down? Saw him hiding behind a tree, pleasuring himself. What if the woman's husband was a crazy man and he just beat the dude to death? That can happen. You got some crazy dudes out here. They don't play about their women. But this is a wild case here. You got dudes out here who deprived, and they end up resorting to foolishness like this. They end up resorting to deviant behaviors like this that could land them dead or in prison, because that's really what this type of behavior can get you. But let me know your thoughts on this. I felt this would be a good another good news story to cover. We'll be having more news reports. We'll be covering more news stories. Um, yeah, this is a crazy case. 24 years old and already doing things to mess up. This guy's already doing things to mess up his record early in life. Um, uh, People have lost their mind, but being a man, I just want to say this one last note before I end this. When you're a man who's non-select, you need to be compensated by society because this non-select men have a real hard battle to fight in life. If you're a man, you're not attractive to women, you're not a man that women are checking for, you're gonna have it hard out here. And you got dudes that's losing their mind out here. They going crazy. And stories like this is just proof that you got dudes that can't control themselves and they're losing their minds. That's why I say being a non-select man, you got to learn to be strong mentally. You got to find ways to make yourself stronger mentally because it's a rough reality. This is not a easy life to live. But let me know your thoughts on this story. We'll be back with more content soon. Have a good one.